Hello, everyone. Welcome to Binary Alpha Season 5, Class Number 3. This is a very, very important class. It's a foundational class, just as the last class we had about momentum, because this class is about how to take bonuses safely. Now, in my mind, taking bonuses is really the bread and butter of Binary Alpha. It's one of the main key pieces of Binary Alpha, and it's one of the main ways that Kazi has made a lot of money that he's made through binary options trading is through taking bonuses safely. But before we jump into this topic, there's one really important thing we need to know, or a couple of important things we need to know, and that is when we trade binary alpha, there is actually what we call a dead zone, which is a no trading zone. It's a specific amount of time that I will let you know in just a minute what that time is, but it's very important just to not trade in the zone. There's a couple of reasons why. One of the reasons is because there's low liquidity. There are not a lot of people trading during these market hours that I'm going to share in just a minute, and because of that, a lot of times what you get is really weak momentum. You do not get very large candles. You get really small candles that sometimes you may win, sometimes you may lose. You get a lot of ties in there, and so it's just not a very good market time to trade. And it's basically a 5 hour period. Now, if you go to your 1 hour chart, you will have this dotted line here called a period separator, and it separates the days basically. And basically, what we do is we take the 2 hours before this period separator, the hour of the period separator, and the 2 hours after. As you can see, I've highlighted here in this gray square. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. These 5 hours we do not trade in. Again, the market liquidity is very low, and momentum is very weak during that time. I'm not exactly certain always of the GMT time. The New York time is basically about 1500 to 1900 New York time is around the time that we don't trade. So this is the late New York market, and basically the last 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours of the New York market, and the first 2 or 3 hours of the Australia market. Those are the times that we just do not trade in. We start trading again once the Asian market opens up, once the Tokyo market opens up, and then we stop trading again about 2 hours before, 2 to 3 hours before the New York only market closes. Okay, it's very important for you to remember. Now, one of the things we talk about with binary alpha is called levels. It's very important to trade in specific levels. Okay, there are basically normally levels 1 through 5. Level 1 is when you get a Kazi high low break situation that happens either right above or right below the main moving average. So here's my main moving average. If I had a Kazi high low break that was red right above this main moving average, the very first one that gets broken, if it is a good flag candle, that would be my level 1. And the same on the bottom side. If I had a flag candle that broke a green Kazi high low here on the bottom, right below this would be a level 1 trade, and it's dangerous in a way because this main moving average, it acts somewhat like a magnet. So until the market has the momentum to break away from this a little bit further, it's best to stay away because the market can kind of suck back up into this main moving average. And again, it acts kind of like a magnet. Level 4 and above are dangerous also because then you start getting into the extremes of the market, and that's usually when the market wants to reverse instead of go in a stronger momentum time. The safest levels to trade binary alpha are Kazi high low breaks that happen at levels 2 and 3. And let me just go to the live chart for a couple of minutes and show you the different levels, and also explain to you what a level cut is, because sometimes you will get what's called a level cut and you start recounting your levels. Okay, so here's a chart from Euro USD. Here's our main blue moving average. We have a situation here on the left where we have this candle that swings back up inside this main moving average above it, and then comes back down. So this here, this Kazi high-low is what we would consider a level 1 trade. Okay, we really want to stay away from level 1 until you get a little bit more experience and until you get a little bit more advanced. Now, of course, you see in this situation here, this nice level 1 gives us a lot of bonuses, which was nice. But again, this is what a level 1 looks like on this side of the main moving average. It's the first Kazi high-low that gets broken when you come from one side of the main moving average to the other. And when you're on the bottom of the main moving average, when you see these red Kazi high-lows, this is what we would consider a level cut. So you have a level 1 here, you have a level 2 here, but the market swings back up, and the levels get cut by this Kazi high-low. So again, down here, you would have a level 1 again. Now this doesn't get broken, so there's no flag candle here, but again, this green Kazi high-low here would be another level 1. Now we come up in the market, we cross this main moving average. Now we have our first Kazi high-low broken here. This is a level 1 on this side of the main moving average, okay? And then this is a level 2. In this scenario, in a level 1, right now as beginners, we do not want to take those types of trades. We do not want to take those types of breaks. And here again is a level 2. These are normally the safer ones. And then as the market swings back down and creates a green Kazi high-low, this again is what we consider to be a level cut. So once the market works its way back up and creates another Kazi high-low and breaks it, again this becomes a level 1, and the market swings back up and becomes a level 2. And then as it comes again to another Kazi high-low, here's a level 3. The market moves around a little bit and it gets another level cut again. Okay, so again, these scenarios right now as a beginner, we only want to trade level 2 and level 3, and as you get more experience in the future, you can trade at different levels as well. But for right now, stay away from level 1 and review this over and over again so you can understand where the levels are at. Very, very important for us with our binary alpha trading. Okay, now let's get to the main topic of today, which is taking bonuses safely. This again is what we consider to be the bread and butter of binary alpha logic. If you have been following along at all with the $45 live account that Kazi started with last year, that he has grown to over $300,000, most of what he is actually taking there is bonus logics. It's very important for us to understand how to take them, how to safely take them, and eventually how to predict the potential for them to happen. Ultimately, bonuses capture the swing momentum of the market. We talked about that in our last class, that everything in binary alpha is really about momentum. So bonuses are helping us to capture the swing momentum of the market. As you can see here, the market is swinging up and breaks the Kazi high-low, and you capture the bonus setups that are there. Now, one of the main important pieces of an important tool that we have for binary alpha are what are called the tension lines. The tension lines are really highs and lows from previous days, and they are also pins in the higher time frames. Your tension line indicator actually already draws these for you, but you can go back and look at these places. Basically, the highs and lows of the market, where Kazi high-lows are created in the 1 hour time frame, but also some of the mid places in the market, some of the really large pins. These are places that Kazi himself has found that where there will be what are called tension, what is called tension in the market. Now, tension doesn't always mean a reversal. Tension just means there's almost like a battle there, and if the momentum is strong enough, it can break that tension and continue on in that direction for quite a while and give a lot of good bonuses. But if the momentum is not strong enough, then the tension could make the market to reverse in that position. These are the tension lines that you see on your chart with the tension line indicator. These really long dotted green and red lines, these are ones that stretch throughout the whole chart day, not the small Kazi high-lows, but the stretch throughout the whole 24-hour of your trading. And these are actually based upon the last 48 hours of the market. Also, with what we need to areas is where the market has the potential to break and to continue moving forward with this momentum to create some bonuses in the smaller time frames. One of the biggest things that we can one of the biggest things that we can understand with what we're trying to do is that the 1 hour charting, the larger time frames, actually are what control the smaller time frames in the market. So whatever is happening in my 1 hour chart is ultimately, in a small way, in small movements that you see on the 1 hour chart, is going to happen in big ways in the 1 minute chart. As you'll see later on, you can measure some parts of some of these charts. And let me just give you an example here. Here's a 1 hour chart. If I measure this pin here on the 1 hour chart, this is a 117-point pin. If I come over to my 1 minute chart, a pin that looks similar is only about 30 points. And so what you see that may look smaller or similar size to the 1 hour chart is actually much bigger. So what's happening in the 1 hour chart is pushing the 1 minute chart with a lot greater strength. So whatever is happening in our larger time frames gives us the best picture of what's going to happen in the smaller time frame. So it's very important for us to understand the 1 hour chart, what's happening there. So again, these tension lines are created from what we see in the 1 hour chart. Okay, and then also there's swing. These tension lines are created from the swing areas where the market has the potential to break and continue. You'll see some of this. We will talk about these later on in another class, where you see like these big M and W patterns in the market. These are places of swing areas in the market, and a lot of times this is where you will see the tension lines drawn off of. And again, imagine this is a 1 hour chart. And there's a lot of potential with these M and W patterns in the 1 hour chart to create bonuses in the 1 minute chart. Okay, so here's a live chart example of just some scenarios where we see swing areas. So there's a swing area here. If you can see, the market swings down and then it swings up. Here the market swings up and down, up and down. There's a constant rhythm and flow of the market, this up and down swinging that happens. And very often, when you get to these swing areas, these tension areas, very, very often, if the market is able to break the swing area, especially in places like this, where you have like the middle of the W or M pattern here, if it can break, then it can continue, and this is where you will actually see a lot of your bonus opportunities. And again, one of the things we want to talk about with Binary Alpha is one day you can become a proactive trader rather than a reactive trader. Right now, you're just a reactive trader. You're reacting to what you see in the market. One day, you will be able to plan the future of your attack by seeing stuff like this in the future, and that's going to be very important for your Binary Alpha journey. One of the other good places to find good bonus setups is in what we call trending markets. Now, trending markets are 2 to 3 hours or more if you look at the 1 hour chart, of candles that are going in the same direction. Kazi usually considers it 3 hours or more where you have a trending market. So imagine this 1 hour chart. You have maybe some tension lines here and a lot of space, and you have these 2 or 3 hours going in the same direction. Now, a lot of times what will happen, especially if you have these smaller looking pins, once you have a second or third hour, again, these are 1 hour candles. Once you have a second or third hour that breaks the previous hours, in this case low, very often you will find a Kazi high low in the 1 minute chart in the same price position, and as it breaks, if it has a nice Kazi high low break flag candle, this is where you will get a lot of your bonus runs. And very similarly on an upswing as well. These are places where there are good potentials for bonuses. So this third hour here, maybe a fourth hour in the same type of scenario, and in this situation as well, you have 2 hours heading in the same direction, and if you have a third hour that can break the previous hour's high here, very often you'll see a Kazi high low in the same price position in this hour in the 1 minute chart, and if you have space, you will have a good opportunity to take some bonuses. Again, this is a way for you to prepare yourself for what might happen in the market and become a proactive trader rather very strong downtrend. You had one, two. This is the 1 hour chart here on my right, as you can see right here. AUD USD 1 hour chart. You have 5 hours in a row, 6 hours, 7 hours in a row heading down. And I just pulled this off the chart here on the 7th hour. When you have the 7th hour break the low, this pin here, which is this price position right here, when you have this break, this is the 1 minute chart here, you have a nice Kazi high-low, you have a nice flag candle sequence, these two here, and you have a lot of space. And when you have a setup like this, very often you get really nice bonuses. Not always 3 bonuses. Sometimes 1 bonus loss recovery, something like that, or 2 bonuses of loss recovery. But very often you have these trending markets. You have a really nice setup, 1 minute chart that you can get bonuses with. If you want to do some homework, go back and look at these setups. Look at a 1 minute and 1 hour chart side by side, and you will see a lot of these things happening. And this is a good way for you to get better experience with the market. Okay, some key points to remember. Always pay attention to your left structure in the market. Your 1 minute charts, your 1 hour charts, and your 4 hour charts as well. Zoom out and see what's on the left structure of the market. So here in this scenario, we have a nice flag candle. And if I zoom out on my chart here, you won't really see any left structure. So that means there's a potential for some good bonuses because there's some open space there. I have my 1 hour chart actually here to show you this, as we were talking about a minute ago. This happened on just the 15th, a few days ago, 11 o'clock. So you had this candle come up, this 1 hour chart here, and then you had this hour, which is the 11 o'clock hour. When this candle here broke the pin of the previous hour, which was the high, this is the 2nd hour in a row, and even though there's a pin here, you can actually see the market pushed its way up for a while, and that's actually this setup that we have right here. Here's the previous hour high. You can see this is at 10:59. This is the previous hour high, and as the market was swinging back up and broke the previous hour's high, it had space to create 1, 2, 3 bonuses. And again, this is a very nice trade because you're at a level 2, a very safe trading level. You had space for the market to move up, and it did, and it gave you 3 nice bonuses. Again, you're not going to always get 3 nice bonuses, but this is the type of stuff we look for in the market. And again, in my mind, I can prepare for this because I can draw a line at this price point. I can draw myself a line here and say, okay, if this makes a Kazi high-low, and it did, and it breaks this level, I might have a nice opportunity for some bonuses. So again, this is an opportunity where you can prepare for those bonuses. Okay? So always pay attention to your left structure in the market, your 1 minute structure, your 1 hour structure, and your 4 hour time frame. Again, in a scenario like this as well, we see that you have a break. Again, we're not trading this yet. This is just for an example. But I'm looking at my left structure and I see, oh, there's a Kazi high-low here. Here's an opportunity where the market might have some tension. It might either bounce off of it or it might break. So for me, in a situation like this, after I have a Kazi high-low here, a break, a good flag candle, I see this pinning very near this line. So for me, what I would do and what Kazi would do is he would wait. He would wait this whole minute and he would say, oh, look at this. It finished nicely. It broke my left structure. It has some nice open space. So now I can go for 2 bonuses. Okay? So that's what we mean sometimes by looking at your left structure. And the same thing in the 1 hour chart as well. We want to zoom out and kind of look at our left structure and see if the market came to this price point the day before. So we know that the market may try to work its way up to this price point. And if it can break the previous day's price point, then there may have been some good opportunities for bonuses here. Okay? So that's what we mean by looking at our left structure. It's very, very important for us to remember. Also, watch out for large pins in the 1 hour chart. Mainly the 1 hour chart for now. We may look at some of the other charts later on, 4 hour charts later on. But for now, we want to look at the 1 hour chart. again, right here, we see a pin that's about 105 points. For now, we are concerned with pins that are 50 points or more, and we will get into that later on. But basically, once the market starts getting to this point, I want to stop. I want to stop and see what may happen here. More than likely, on this day, there was also a tension line here, so there would be a good indication for you to wait for that out. One other thing I forgot to mention about bonuses, one of the things that we like to see when taking good bonus runs is these tension lines. We want to actually see tension lines broken. These dotted red and green lines that we have here. We want to see these tension lines broken before our Kazi high low is broken. And if we do as well, that's an extra confirmation for us that that may be a good opportunity for us to take some bonuses. So as you see here, the market kind of struggled a little bit, struggled around this tension area for a little while, and then finally when it was able to break free of this tension area and break through, we got a nice flag candle. We got a nice opportunity for bonuses as well. Now if you're in a situation like this though, where the tension line is actually below the Kazi high low, you want to make sure that you get past it before you start taking some bonus opportunities. You want to see and make sure that the tension area gets broken strongly so that you know you have some good space to move forward with your trades in the market. Okay? So those are some key points for us to remember. Again, these large pins are usually represented by tension lines in the 1 hour charts. And that's a good opportunity where you can take bonuses when tension lines are broken before a Kazi high low is broken. Also look out for the swing areas and other barriers in the 1 hour chart, as we were saying earlier, that's an opportunity for us to see some opportunities to take bonuses. And always look for a good amount of space. Make sure on the 1 hour chart and on the 1 minute chart that you have a good amount of space before you take your bonus trades. Again, our example a minute ago was here where we had a nice Kazi high low break, but we were not very far from this Kazi high low over here, or we can just pass this tension line. So for us, we want to make sure we get past this wave, make sure the momentum looks strong before we start going into our bonus opportunities as well. Okay, so that about wraps it up. Let me just share with you one more time here, just as a reminder why we had a nice bonus run here. Okay, this 1 hour chart we had. This was the 1 hour. I'll get zoomed in here. Okay, this was the 1 hour chart at the time. So our previous hour was a nice strong momentum candle. It broke the previous high of the day, and this candle here, this next hour comes along, it breaks the pin of the previous hour, showing that it has a continuation of momentum. This is what we call like a continuation situation. So we have a continuation of momentum, and because it broke the pin of the previous high, this is where the Kazi high low was created. We have a level 2 trade. Breaks the Kazi high low again. This is a nice valid 3 candle flag sequence. Especially when we see like a flat top like this, we're seeing that there's not much rejection here, or there's not any rejection in the market. The market to continue in this direction. Now, once we get this one, we maybe start questioning if it's going to go further or not, because we have a pin on top here. One of the very important things to remember about bonus taking as well is that a pin is a big nose. So you see how large this pin here? Even if we had a flag candle set up like this, if we have this big pin, I'm never going to go for a bonus trade in this scenario. Pinning shows there's a rejection in the market, and it might not go in the momentum direction that we want it to. But here, this is a nice flat top, or sometimes you may see like a small pin like this. And if you do, you can go ahead and start taking some bonuses. And here again, we got a nice 1, 2, 3 bonus run, and we have good level 2 to level 3 situation. For now, I think that's most of what we can cover for bonuses. We will have more conversations about bonuses, I'm sure of it, in the question and answer session. But for now, I hope this helps you to understand how to take some bonus runs. Look through video a couple of times, look through the Google slide presentation. I think that really helps a lot to be able to see and understand what it means to take good bonus runs and why we take bonus runs where we do. One of the things you'll notice with Kazi's bonus runs is that he always seems to take nice, clean-looking runs. He doesn't really take nasty-looking bonus trees, and it's because he understands that what's most important is the structure of the 1 hour chart in the market. We will learn a little bit more about that as we go along. If you guys have more questions about that, please do not